All right, we have some major breaking news. Trevor Bauer has been officially reinstated by Major League Baseball. Yes, got a lot to cover in this video, so I'm going to go over this. I want a disclaimer here. Due to the guidelines of YouTube, I will avoid using words in this article because last time I used them, the video got demonetized, so I do not want that to happen. So instead I'm going to use this phrase, inappropriate adult behavior, and that basically is referring to what Trevor Bauer was accused of doing to a woman. Okay, I want to make that very clear at the beginning. Now, let's just start off. Here's an article from MLB.com explaining the story. Major League Baseball announced Thursday that Trevor Bauer's unpaid suspension for violating MLB's inappropriate adult behavior policy has been reduced from 324 games to 194 games by an independent arbitrator. Now, the 194 game suspension is the longest handed down under the MLB-MLBPA joint inappropriate adult behavior policy, okay? As a result of the arbitrator's decision, Bauer will be reinstated by the league effective immediately. Here is a direct statement, I believe this is from the league, saying, quote, after an exhausting review of the available evidence, the neutral arbitrator upheld an unpaid suspension of 194 games. As a part of the decision, the arbitrator reinstated Mr. Bauer effective immediately with a loss of pay covering the 144 games he was suspended during the 2022 season. In addition, the arbitrator docked Bauer's salary for the first 50 games of the 2023 MLB season, i.e. the period covering March 30th, 2023 to May 23rd, 2023. The first 50 games of this season from March 30th, opening day, to May 23rd, Bauer will not get paid if he so chooses to play and a team picks him up. Now, the league is saying, while they believe a longer suspension was warranted, MLB will abide by the neutral arbitrator's decision, which upholds baseball's longest ever active player suspension for the violation of MLB's inappropriate adult behavior policy. They go on to say, we understand this process was difficult for the witnesses involved, and we thank them for their participation. Now, due to the collective bargaining confidentiality provisions of the joint program, we are unable to provide further details at this time. Now, if you're confused on how many games Trevor Bauer has already served in regards to suspension and how many more games he still has to serve as a result of the neutral arbitrator's outcome in this case, I'm going to try to make this simpler for you to understand. The arbitrator agreed to a 194 game suspension. That was the arbitrators. They reduced from the 324 games down to the 194 games. Okay, so that was reduced. However, if you combine the amount of games he missed while on administrative leave, that was 99, and the amount of games he missed while officially being suspended by the league, 144, that adds up to well over the 194 games the arbitrator agreed to. To be exact, that adds up to a total game suspension of 243. So Bauer has already exceeded, and served the amount of games. I mean, he's been out for 243 official games. The only thing he has to, do now is serve the first 50 because, again, the arbitrator set that in this new, basically, outcome and agreement to the case. So basically, he'll be back in May, which is great. Now, the question is, who will he be returning to? Will it be the Dodgers? Will it be somebody else? Well, first, under the Major League Rule 2C, the Dodgers have 14 days from reinstatement to decide whether to put Trevor Bauer on the 40-man roster or not. The Dodgers issued this statement in regard to this news. They said, "We have just been informed of the arbitrator's ruling and will comment as soon as practical." Now, I want to close in kind of saying this. There's one part of this whole case I never understood. I never understood this. Even if a player is not found guilty in a court of law, like Trevor Bauer, in regards to doing any inappropriate adult behavior, the league can still hand down a suspension to whatever they're liking. To me, that doesn't make sense because, again, he was on administrative leave, then it went to court, then that took almost the entire summer. Came out in the end of summer. They found out that, okay, he wasn't guilty. There's no evidence that he did anything to harm the alleged victim. Then MLB goes and hands down their own suspension. Yeah, we know he's not guilty in the court of law, but you know what? We're gonna suspend him anyways because we can do that because we're MLB. To me, that doesn't make sense. If MLB wanted to suspend him regardless, do it. Forget the outcome. Like, the fact that they waited for the official outcome in regards to what the courts decided was ridiculous in my mind. That's a waste of time. It's a waste of Trevor's time. And basically, MLB could have suspended him for life. It wouldn't have mattered. Like they did with Pete Rose, right? So it was just like, it never made sense to me. I don't know why they waited for the court case. If they wanted to suspend him for a year, 2, 3, 5, lifetime, should have did it. Because obviously, Trevor Bauer and Commissioner Rob Manfred are not on good terms. Trevor Bauer calls out Rob for his BS on social media, brings awareness to kind of the corruption that MLB has become in the higher echelons of the league. He's called out bad reporters. Again, I remember when I covered this, almost 2 years ago now, right? And again, it was an article for ESPN. I don't remember who wrote the article. Maybe it was Jeff Passan. I don't remember. The details in that article were, extremely graphic. And it was amazing to me how much detail they put into that article way back when. And to me, I don't know how in the hell they got that information. So I understand where Bauer's coming from. So to kind of conclude, looks like Bauer's coming back. With who? Who knows? Hopefully it's my Tigers. If the Tigers had any brains, they'd bring this guy in because he's a hell of a good pitcher. I think he can do great. I know he's older. I know he's been striking out, high schoolers as of late, and not major leaguers, but I think he can come back and be dominant. Maybe not Mickey Mouse 2020 Cy Young, but I think he can do a really good job for a team like the Tigers, who, why not take a chance on him? What do you got to lose if you're a team like the Tigers, the Reds, the Diamondbacks, even the Giants, all right? I mean, they've been swinging and missing everybody else. Pick him up. I don't know. And if he ends up with a team, I will be buying his jersey because I like Trevor Bauer. He was found not guilty in the case, so I have no remorse for buying his jersey in that regard. He does great content on YouTube. He tried to grow the game, and MLB and their minions, tried to stop him. They didn't like it. They didn't like that he was, pushing the game forward through social media. And I can't wait to see him back on a mound somewhere, hopefully in the major leagues. And that's all I got. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below your thoughts. I'm going to catch you guys later.